Well, I'm stupid. I accidentally stopped recording as soon as I hatched the egg. How did I get here? How much did it take to make a Titanic? How did I do it? What happened? Oh my god, there he is. Okay, so I know the Titanic itself has like under 1,000 left now. This was actually one of the most like hard things for me to go ahead and complete out, and I'll go ahead and explain why. This took a few people to go ahead and help me out with. I was able to create 2 of these huge guard wolves, and that was it. Literally, that was it. That was all I was able to complete. It wasn't until realization kicked in and I noticed that this is not going to be something that's going to be possible for myself to create by myself. Elk wanted to go ahead and help me out with this. He, Cat, Katie, Mage all helped me out with this. They gave me so many pets, and I'll be honest, it was a lot. I did not expect it to actually be so many pets until I actually combined everything. So yesterday, Mage gave me all of these player foxes, all of these guard hydras, and all of these guard bunnies. This gave me exactly 2 of the bunnies that I needed to create to finally complete out the Titanic. This is a lot. I did not expect that you actually needed so many. Then, obviously, the other day, Elk gave me all of this stuff from himself, Cat, Katie. So they also helped me out with this as well, but you'll notice that there's so many things here that are just sitting here that are just like, whoa, that's a lot. And then, of course, you guys can see that Bucks gave me his gargantuan. I borrowed it and I ran around with it for a few days, but obviously I gave that back because, you know, it's not mine. But I want you guys to go ahead and take a picture of like mentally knowing of how many pets, how much you think this is going to cost to create, and if it's worth it for you. This is a lot, actually. This is a lot. I never sat here and thought like, oh man, I can totally do this up by myself. You cannot do this by yourself. Not unless you're one of those players out there in the community that have like 10 alt accounts, then maybe perhaps you're able to do it. But like even then, even as a person who does pay to win, all that stuff, right? This is not possible unless you go out and buy these pets and the trade hub and you basically combine all of them. This was really crazy. All right, so this is where I start to go ahead and convert all of the pets that I overnight hatched, and basically this is what we have so far. As you can tell, it's not that many considering that I need to create a Titanic. There's only one huge guard wolf, and that's it. So at this point, this is where Elk basically gives me absolutely everything that he was able to hatch and obtain, as well as Katie's and Cat's, and we're just basically trading at this point. This is how much it was worth. This was almost 9 billion gems, and that's just the huges itself. This is excluding all of those stat pets because there's no valuation on it. So I'm gonna estimate this exactly at 9 billion. So after getting all of those pets from Elk, I am able to go ahead and go back into the Capino to see if I'm able to create all of these into a Titanic. This should be somewhat near at least enough to go ahead and make the Titanic, right? As you can tell, there's like a bajillion of these foxes that are just popping out of the blue. And I'm not gonna lie, this was at least a 5-minute video itself, and I had to speed it up. So obviously 5 minutes of just doing this kind of astounded me a little bit because I didn't expect to actually have to convert so many pets just like this here. Look how many of these foxes are coming out officially. No, I did not have enough to make the Titanic. It only created 3 huge guard bunnies from all of those that Elk gave me. This is where Mage came in and gave me absolutely everything that I needed to go ahead and create 2. So finally, Mage was able to come into the server and give me a ton of these pets, as you guys saw earlier in this video. As you can tell, the number of the wrap is going to continuously go up while we're having a casual conversation here. So we're already at 1 billion gems. That's a lot. Now this is excluding the little stat pets absolutely again. So we're going to estimate this obviously based on what we're seeing currently. Pretty sure I could do the math over here in a second on the stat pets itself to see how many it's going to be if you guys got onto the trade hub and buy them, but we're gonna go ahead and speed this up. So a huge thank you to Elk, Cat, Katie, Mage, especially all of you guys who helped me out to create this. So after every single person decided to go ahead and give me a pet to go ahead and convert, I went back into the Combine-O-Matic machine. I was ecstatic. I was excited. I was so excited that I was spamming this so much that the game lagged for everybody in this server. It started to get to the point where the game was bugging out so much that the hatching animation here, as you guys can see, it's just an egg that pops open and, you know, the pet pops out. Eventually, it just started to turn into a huge hunter hatch, which was completely out of the blue, and it freaked me out a little bit because I was like, what happened? What did I do? So eventually, I ended up getting guard wolves. Then I got 2 more guard bunnies, and that was all I needed. Eventually, this was the moment of truth that we were able to get the Titanic from this event, but it took a lot of help getting this basically. This was not something that I would have been able to complete out on my own without the help of everybody here today. Obviously, I'm a genius and I accidentally hit stopped recording, and this is what we just got a picture of them right there just like that. So I wanted to do a valuation of what these were actually worth in value. Now, this is a combination of what Elk gave me and Mage gave me. In total, I have 7,240. Given at the wrap that it's currently going for on the database, we're looking at 261,000 gems apiece. This gives me an estimation of just a little under 2 billion gems, approximately 1,891,000,000 gems. Then, for the guard Hydra, I have a total of 468 at a grand total of 936 million gems. Granted, this is a lot of gems. This is also, we'll estimate it at 3 billion gems basically. Whether or not you find it worthwhile to go ahead and convert all of those huge stat pets, anything to go ahead and help you create this Titanic here is up to you. Right now, this is currently going for a little over 6 billion gems. Obviously, from all of the pets that I was given yesterday, the valuation of absolutely everything completely goes over the value of what this Titanic is currently worth. It kind of puts everybody into perspective of what they could possibly do if they ever chose and got to this point of either choosing the following: convert all of those huge stat pets, absolutely everything, to go ahead and create the Titanic, or the other route, which is to sell absolutely everything to get yourself, quite possibly, if you're absolutely lucky, 2 Titanics from buying it in the trade hub. I would estimate the valuation that was basically given at least enough to maybe buy 2 Titanics at the very least, but that has to be the low tier ones. And as I kind of noticed, we only have an estimation right now, 900 of these left. We're coming close to actually completing out this event, and I'm gonna throw this out here for you guys. So when I start noticing all of these text here, and I know everybody pays attention to this as well, because I know you guys, different countries seem to hatch a lot of these all at the same time. We have Poland, we have France, Germany, the United States, Turkey, Romania, 1, 2, 3, 4, in Romania, 5. There's a lot of repeats on here sometimes, and once you start to notice that, that is absolutely a huge red flag for absolutely everybody to hurry up, because this is where everybody is starting to finally get all the stuff that they need, whether it be bots, legitimate accounts with the absolute manpower to go ahead and do this from all of their alt accounts, whatever it may be. They're going to start popping up aggressively. Once we start hitting that 600, 500 mark, this is where it's going to get a little bit more heated. I'm going to be waiting until the very last moment to go ahead and sell all the extra stuff that I get from this event and just basically hold on to the gems. I know this was a pretty hard event considering that the drops for the token upgrade section was extremely scarce. It took me about 2.5 days to get this completed out and upgraded finally, and the cost of everything to go ahead and convert. But still, everybody is still able to go ahead and utilize this event regardless if they make the Titanic or not. Surprisingly, like I said before, all of those pets that I've shown you from Mage, Elk, Katie, Cat, all of those those combined together, they're worth 2 Titanics. So you don't need to actually convert a Titanic from the Combine-O-Matic. You can actually just earn a Titanic if you're absolutely dedicated on absolutely grinding the way that we just shown here. You can just buy it from all of the stuff that you essentially got. Though, like I said, I wanted this Titanic, so for me it was worth it, okay? So, like I said, hopefully you guys get some really good luck, and whether or not you choose to go ahead and convert to the Titanic or sell absolutely everything, I would like to know what you guys are planning to do with this. Do you plan on creating your Titanic, or do you just plan on selling absolutely everything? And until then, I will see you guys all in the next video. Okay, bye!